Hey, it's Wolfy-Chan, and I'm back with another anime review. And this anime is A Centaur's Life. And I did get a recommendation to read the manga. It's gonna have to wait for a little bit, but I will read the manga, definitely will. But this caught my eye because I was already interested in it, and I thought, hey, why not give it a shot? So here's a short clip from A Centaur's Life. And that is A Centaur's Life. And in that little clip, we get to at least meet her two best friends, which is Hime's two best friends that she goes to school with. So in this world, everyone has some monster or monster lineage in them, and people can go out with each other and date each other and have any species of children and be fine with it. There's a whole thing about that in the little clip of manga that I read, which was really adorable. So we meet our main character, Hime, who is a centaur, and she's just a really adorable, cute centaur. Also, before I finish, this is going over the first 3 episodes to give you a taste, because I've watched the first 3 episodes, and, definitely should try all the new anime, unless something doesn't ring your fancy, which sometimes that happens. This season, there are some of those. So, in our first episode, Hime is, and if I remember right, Hime is doing a play, which she has done a lot of plays. And she makes kind of an off comment that, I've always played the princess. And it's like, I wonder why. And so, there's almost a little bit of a debate going on because something was rigged in the voting. Because somebody wanted to kiss Hime. And so, because of that, he kind of is like, yeah, and somebody finds out that it's rigged. So her best friend, which is kind of the little imp demon girl with the wings, she becomes the prince in the play. And of course, because somebody gave the script that it's like, you have to kiss them for real, Hime kisses her friend. And her friend doesn't flip out, but it's like, what the sap was that? It was supposed to be a fake kiss. Like, what? But in my script, which came from the guy, because he wanted to kiss Hime, and so, being a centaur, a lot of things are a bit more of a challenge, but it is definitely adorable. As they're constructing it and trying to make this play, the stage she has to stand on is something that she has to stand on. She's a centaur. But she puts one of her hooves, there you go, on it and doesn't feel comfortable enough, which in any play or in any school, yeah, if you ain't comfortable with it, don't blame us. Alright, just make it more secure so she doesn't feel like it's a burden on her and that she's gonna wreck your stuff. Just make her mind at ease. And of course, afterwards, the play does kind of go without a hitch, and it's adorable and awesome. I like that episode. The second episode is with Hime and her friends, and it's cold. And I guess there is a law that says that, like, you cannot ride a centaur or anything like that. It's, like, illegal. And I'm like, but what happens if a centaur says, sure, you can ride me? Not in that sense. Took me a little bit. Not in that sense. But, like a piggyback ride. Is that not a thing either? But then we find out that Hime has been part of a magazine because Hime's mother is friends with somebody who is in a magazine. There you go. She's like a magazine director, and she needed some centaurs in her magazine. And because they're friends, Hime, for just one day, basically volunteered to do this photo shoot and put herself in the middle, which Hime was adorable. I will admit she's she's so cute. I like Hime. I really do. She's becoming a character that's just growing on me so hard. Like, I love her. She's adorable. And of course, the friends go into like, well, you know, you can't have a job. And it's like, but it wasn't really a job if you're volunteering, right? And it's so cute because, so our little imp girl is with her other friends that are like kind of working and stuff like that. And it's like, well, let's not talk about it. And then they want to dress her up into something cute and adorable and stuff like that because Hime was in a magazine of friendship. It's super adorable, I will admit it. But she basically is like, okay, I can't do this. It's too girly. It's too everything. Just no, not dealing with this. Moves on. And it's so cute. That episode is an adorable one. And you get to see, like, in the beginning, it's just so cold. So they're leaning upon Hime because she's just naturally warm, because she's a centaur, and a lot of blood, and everything has to go up on there. And you find a little bit like her father isn't a centaur, but her mother is centaur. And she is Daddy's little princess, which is kind of what you find out in the first one. But it's kind of interesting to see that Hime's father is not technically a centaur, but he has these floppy ears, and it's adorable too. I like it. And then I move on to the third episode with the angelic character, where they call them heavenly beings, and heavenly beings came down from something. And that's kind of weird too, because they have halos, but as the color of their hair. And you see like a little thing that kind of goes up to hold the halo. So I'm thinking their hair naturally like goes up into it, which is like, but you have wings, why? They're very beautiful wings. And as a joke in the second episode, one of the girls is terribly cold and she hides. She kind of wraps the wing around. It's like, that's my wing, but it's so soft and warm though. You need to share it. It's kind of adorable. But in the third episode, we meet Hime's, I'm guessing it's her aunt because they're both centaurs. And the aunt has her niece, which is a little adorable girl that just loves Hime. It's adorable, loves her. And so they go up to read kind of a little story, and Hime kind of sees that she's a bit warm. Once again, centaur, lots of blood, who knew? So she goes out with her little niece and goes to get ice cream and runs into the angelic girl. And you find out that her technically four siblings is these little Neko cat girls, and they're adorable. I love them. And then the last one is like a cross between an angelic person and a Neko, but her ears are flat against her head and her little wings. But she's adorable. I love her. And so you go over that kind of characteristics where she wants to take care of her sisters, and there's a whole thing about kisses that's just adorable because the little centaur girl's like, I only get to kiss Hime, and if I get to kiss Hime, it's on the cheek, and yada yada. And the little cat girl's like, but our sister gives us 4 kisses every day, in the morning, when she goes out, when she comes back home, and when we go to bed. And it's so cute. And then it's these 2 characters that I believe are lesbians, and they're going out together, and so she kisses her, and it's like, well, you can't kiss anybody you don't love. Who says I don't love the person that I kissed? In fact, Hime! He was just like, do we have to kiss? Like, really? And so the little centaur girl's like, nobody gets to kiss Hime except me. Because Hime loves me, and I like Hime, but not in that like way. That's all that likes and stuff. So it is very, very adorable. And of course you see the little girls and stuff like that run and jump into a puddle, which is a fountain. This little fountain that they run into. And it's like, really? You can't be in there. And Hime picks the little centaur girl up like it's no problem. I think that's super adorable. But Hime, really? And of course Hime finally gets home with her, and they take a shower, which, yeah. It's adorable, but yeah. And of course, she then collapses because she's tired, had a lot of exercise and stuff like that. And the car itself is actually another interesting thing, because, I mean, centaurs, how do they drive and stuff? Is it like a normal car, but it's kind of like a normal car where she's basically kind of bedding down, but also using her front hooves to work the pedals. So that's actually really interesting. So I found that cool and I was learning. And then the second arc to this anime, or to this manga, to this episode, let me go through all the words I know, is that the angelic being is taking care of her siblings. Well, unfortunately, it's the weekend, and she has to go to school for a student council meeting. Well, that means her sisters have to be left alone. So basically what happens is that the girls get to call their friends, and they get up to a meetup, and they, of course, take the youngest sister, who easily becomes tired when she's just alone and stuff like that, or when she gets too active. So they take her home, and somebody basically is with the little girl, and, you know, like, hey, do you want to play house and stuff like that, and plays with her and is happy and all that stuff. And by the end of the day, the three sisters are like, we each brought one friend, and that was 6 of us, but there was somebody that played with their younger sister, but she wasn't there, but that counts as 7, so who is the extra person? And the dad, of course, came back at that time from work and is like, oh, it might be a Zashiki Warashi, which I know from another anime what those are. Those are little sprites that are awesome. And all little girls are like, oh no, what is it? Is it something scary? And it's like, no, it's just somebody who is there to help or take care of little kids and stuff like that and make sure they're fine. And by the end of the episode, you see these like little spiritual lights kind of come around, and Zashiki Warashi floating around. So it is really adorable, and so far, I'm in love with the series. I'm in love with quite a few, but not like the handful that I had last season. So I definitely recommend this if you don't mind a little cutesy anime. And it's not like overly cute, it's just the right amount of cute for everything. Right amount. So I definitely recommend this one. So, if you like this video, definitely leave a like. Leave it in the comment section below. Have you started watching A Centaur's Life? What do you think about it? And if you have a favorite character. I will admit, Hime has my heart. Main characters and me tend to not, like, go hand in hand. But when you have someone like Hime, who's brilliant and adorable and sweet and cute, just everything, I love Hime. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I do upload videos every day from Sunday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday. Whenever you need a video, I got you covered. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Facebook, the links are down below. And I hope that you are having a very wonderful, wonderful day. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.